mobilize ourselves to deliver the final blow to a dictatorship that lacks any wisdom or empathy. We are now ready to deliver the final push, a push that needs all of us to face the odds and build a new country. We are going to give you a clearer signal soon. It will come before 2300 hours tonight, so that we end this 2030 business.
Geza came on air. Geza promised a signal. He promised the people that they must wait and wait for the signal, and that the signal would come and the signal would be very, very clear. After this, Geza disappeared. He has not said a thing after the last interview with Blessed Mhla. There are many theories of where Geza is today. Initially, there were reports that he was at KG6. There were also reports that Geza had fled to South Africa, where he was seeking refuge. Yesterday, there was a picture that showed Geza in a pub, in an officer's, what looked like a ZANU-PF's officer's mess. While other people were saying this is an old picture, these speculations show that the people are restless. The people are waiting for the signal, and they are really thirsty for the information on how this signal is going to come, and when is it going to come, and what guarantees are there for the people that when they go onto the streets, they will not be met with baton sticks. Zimbabweans are holding their breath, waiting for that elusive Geza signal, like a congregation awaiting divine intervention. Except this time, the Messiah seems to have gone on voicemail. The anticipation has turned into a national sport, with people glued to their screens, analyzing every whisper, every tweet, and every cryptic message, hoping for a sign. But so far, the only sign is that waiting indefinitely is bad for the nerves. The people are ready. The frustration is boiling over. But without the official nod, stepping out onto the streets is about as safe as poking a hungry crocodile with a short stick. Nobody wants to be the early bird when the worm, in this case, is tear gas, baton sticks, and live bullets. Of course, there's a reason for this hesitation. The assumption is that the signal isn't just a go-ahead for the street protests, but an indication that certain elements within the military have finalized their position. In other words, it's not just about people marching. It's about people marching with the knowledge that there is some form of backing, or at least that those in uniform won't be standing in formation waiting to turn protesters into statistics. But therein lies our problem. If the military was in full agreement, why is there still no signal? Are they negotiating? Are they hesitating? Are they playing a game of musical chairs waiting to see who moves first? Or have they simply been watching the situation unfold with popcorn in hand, waiting for someone else to make the call? Enter Knox Chivero, the unofficial spokesperson, or rather the man who has become the human version of coming soon. Every time people think they are about to get a concrete answer, Knox pops up with the usual, "It's coming," without ever committing to a date. If political movements were movie trailers, Knox would be the voice-over artist constantly promising the revolution you have been waiting for, coming to a street near you soon, very soon. But no matter how many times you refresh, no release date appears. This kind of suspense works in movies, not in revolutions. People need certainty, not cryptic riddles. To make matters worse, We now have a certain comrade, Nyoka Emabunu, confidently throwing around a date, March 31. Just like that, as if he personally sat down with Geza and drafted the itinerary. But here is the twist. Knox, the man closest to Geza, has not confirmed this date. So what's going on? Are they working from different calendars? Is Geza running a secret schedule that even his own people don't know about? Or is Nyoka Emabunu just an overzealous volunteer handing out invitations to a party that may not happen? Is he just an opportunist who wants to preempt the signal and have people march into the streets on the 31st without any express communication with Geza? Is he really in communication with Geza? If this is the real signal, why is Knox not saying so? Because as Zimbabweans, when Geza was speaking to the nation, the man who was sitting next to him was Knox. If it's not, why hasn't Geza himself come out to shut it down? At this rate, by the time we actually get the signal, half the people will have moved on, exhausted from chasing shadows. The longer this confusion drags on, the more disillusioned people become. Right now, it feels like a badly organized surprise party where the guests are blindfolded and they have no idea when or if the host is going to show up. Some are already beginning to wonder whether the whole thing was just a well-scripted suspense thriller with no climax. After all, Zimbabwe has seen its fair share of just wait. Something big is coming. Moments that ended in absolutely nothing. People have walked down this road before. Waited for big announcements that turned out to be dumb squibs and braced for storms that never came. The frustration is understandable. Nobody likes feeling like an extra in a movie where they thought they were supposed to be the main character. And then there's the silence from Geza himself. He has vanished into the abyss, leaving everyone to play a guessing game. One would think that in such a moment of great expectation, the man at the center of it all would at least throw in a word of encouragement. A simple, "Hold on, I've got this," would do wonders. But no, he's gone full ghost mode. And right now, if you try to reach him, all you get is that cold emotional voicemail. The subscriber you have dialed is not available at the moment. Please try again later. But when exactly is later? Because at this rate, the revolution might need to send him a "please call me." Now, some might say, "Oh, but he's being strategic." Sure, silence can be a tactic, a way of building suspense and keeping the regime guessing. But silence can also be misinterpreted as abandonment. There's a fine line between being mysterious and being missing in action, and Geza is dangerously close to crossing it. The people don't need a full speech, just a sign that he is still on the chessboard, still in the control of the game, still the one moving the pieces. Because right now, with all the confusion, with multiple voices giving different messages, and with key figures not saying a word, it's starting to feel like a revolution without a leader. And that's a dangerous place to be. But hey, if the issue is that Geza suddenly finds himself without a media platform, perhaps because Blessed Mhlanga is currently unavailable for obvious reasons, he doesn't need to worry. We at Zimwaves TV are more than happy to help. We are open 24/7, no call waiting, no voicemail, no cryptic messages. If Geza wants to make an announcement, clear the confusion and give people a straight answer, we've got the mic ready. Unlike certain networks, we won't be randomly raided or have our journalists locked up for doing their job. So Geza, if you are out there listening, we are extending an open invitation. Come clear the air before this whole thing turns into another national ghost story. Because, let's be honest, without clarity, without a proper signal, this whole movement risks becoming nothing more than another what could have been chapter in Zimbabwe's long history of missed opportunities. The streets won't march on vibes alone. The people are willing. The people are ready. But the people also need leadership. So Geza, pick up the phone, send a smoke signal, write it in the sky if you have to. Just say something. Otherwise, don't be surprised if when the signal finally comes, there's nobody left to answer the call. Subscribe to Zimwaves TV and see you later.